I put my heart in this box. They be like, y'all need to stop it. We swipe our card and they rob us. These promoters, the sharks and they partners. It's gonna be hard trying to stop us. Speaking for the fans when I say they offended me. But really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by how you don't see the real enemy. You motherfucker be tempting me. Don't like your energy, you think you pimping me. We fight for over 500 centuries, no penitentiary. I'm smoking plenty weed. I don't need no sympathy, Earl Spin. Versus Crawford gon' be all the time. Regardless of who win or lose, they still gon' be in the Hall of Fame. So I ain't even in my feelings. Regardless of the rain, I'm chillin'. Numb to the pain, no feeling. Can't do the same dope feeling. But guilty, but I ain't no villain. Lost my top, so it ain't no ceiling. Ryan versus Tank, is a fight I'm not feeling. Cause we already know that Tank gon' kill him. I wanna see Tank versus Devin Haney. Even Frank Moore. What about Shakur? Boxing is not a sport that we can afford. Cause we know that rich people ride the board. This I cannot ignore. I never been shot before. The pain is burning inside. My people died. It's just like a hunter who shot a bull. Damn. I put my heart in this box. They be like, y'all need to stop it. We swipe our card and they rob us. These promoters, the sharks and they partners. It's gonna be hard trying to stop us. Speaking for the fan when I say they offended me. But really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by how you don't see the real enemy.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Listen, man, shout out to my audience. Shout out to those that's rocking with me. And yeah, we back in the kitchen. And there's a whole lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. Let's get to the shit. Listen, man, how good is Cool Boy Steph? Stephen Fulton, man. I made several videos about him, but I honestly feel like I haven't made enough. I feel like I haven't made enough videos about him. This Cool Boy Steph is special. Hands down, he's definitely special. And I don't say that about every good fighter. No, he's special. And he's proven. Before I get to that, I just got to say some shit. A little off subject, but it ain't off subject. Carissa Shields is fighting. Don't remember her name. I think she's a Mexican. Whatever it is, I think she's a Latin something. Listen, wasn't paying much attention to it. And Carissa said some shit, you know. She said, I'll never lose to a Mexican or a Latino. And then she kept going, or a Chinese or a black person. But anyway, she said that shit. And listen, I really think boxing trying to set Clarissa up. You know, I made that video at the beginning of the year about transgender boxing and how that shit might take over boxing and how they were going to try that shit. And you know, Carissa has mentioned that she can't beat up men. And I said, Carissa, don't ever fight one of them goddamn trans. The motherfuckers strong as shit, and they own a lot of testosterone and shit, and a lot of other shit. Well, anyway, I think my prediction has come true. That Mexican she finna fight, for one, she got a strong face. Not only does she got a strong face, she got a strong ass voice. Her voice strong as shit. Her voice is deep as my shit. Yeah, her voice deep as shit. And she just strong, and she look like she knows some shit that don't nobody else know. And just look at her, just watch when she talk. Just look at her throat and shit, and just watch all that shit. Go back and I want y'all to hear her talk. And tell me if she, I'm just saying, bro, I'm gonna watch this fight very close. I was gonna do a prediction video, but after I heard that, after I seen that, I don't even know what to call him or her, but after I seen that shit and that strong ass neck and that strong voice, I just didn't even want to make a prediction video. At this point, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know she gonna be strong as shit. That's for sure. And Clarissa better be careful. You know. They trying to sneak trans boy girls in on her without them goddamn steroids in them. Yeah, we gotta watch. We gotta watch our sister Clarissa. But anyway, listen, Cool Boy Steph. You know, it's a lot of fighters that's underrated in boxing. At this point, I told you, and I'm going to keep saying this, I'm finna go on I went on the Bud campaign, and people still mad at me about that. I went on the campaign that said Tank versus Ryan ain't what people saying it was, and Ryan wasn't shit, and he really soft, and he clout chased that whole fight, and they said it was huge, but Ryan was never on pay-per-view. Remember I said all that shit? I made 40 videos trying to prove and show you motherfuckers Ryan never even been on pay-per-view. for y'all to say he's such a huge star. Oscar never saw fit to put him on there, bro. Anyway, I've made a lot of disputes and shit. And when I believe in something, I stick to that shit, regardless of who don't agree. And you motherfuckers who love these certain fighters and shit, bro, listen, if you love a certain fighter, you might not want to listen to me, bro. I get on all fighters. Why my favorite fighter? But I got on his ass about that hug, and I'm just gonna be honest. I still fuck with your Wilder real tough. That shit, it just left a bitter taste, bro. I never agree with that hug. I'ma always fuck with you. That hug just did some shit to me. I just didn't like that shit. I just wish you hadn't have done it, bro. But I fuck with you. But I just wish you hadn't have done that shit. But yeah, so I even made a video about my favorite fighter fucking up. So listen, bro, if I don't agree, if you do some shit that I don't agree with, 903 Boxing, I am your host, George. I'm gonna speak about it, bro. Even Carissa, I criticized her when she said some shit like she should be #1 pound for pound. And I was like, no, in women's boxing, you can't say you better than all male fighters. That's not, it ain't good for women and men to be competing and fighting. So I corrected her. I've corrected a lot of fighters. But so like I said, you're gonna get offended at times if you listen to my channel to see a certain fighter get praised. But back to Jermell Charlo. He's the most underrated fighter in boxing, and that's the new campaign I'm going on. Most underrated, and everything they say that black fighters should do to be a star, he's done it. Jermell Charlo can box, but he's been in wars. You know, they say black fighters, we on war, we don't want to slug it out. That motherfucker slugged it out with several fighters. He got a granite chin. At this point, I think Jermell Charlo got the most. Tank got a chin too, no cap. Tank got a chin. Don't get that shit twisted. Tank got a chin. I think Devin Haney got a hell of a chin. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I seen Loma wobble many fighters. Devin got a hell of a fucking chin. A lot of people look at that Lenore shit. Devin got a hell of a goddamn chin. And when he fought JoJo Diaz, when he fought Campbell, he done took some hard shots from tough opponents. Loma hit hard too. So I think Devin got a sturdy chin. I wouldn't say granite though, not granite, but I think Devin got a sturdy chin. I think Shakur got a sturdy chin when he took them shots from Nakatilia. But granite chins in boxing, Tank, Jermell Charlo, Jamal Charlo, granite chin. It's a couple. I think Spence and Crawford both got granite chins. It ain't that many, bro. But Jermell Charlo, Canelo got a granite chin. No cap. Even though I say that shit about him and he do soft shit, and everybody trying to demand him to fight Benavidez, and Al Heyman prostituting his whole company out. And he might as well offer him $100 million to fight Benavidez. But anyway, now Canelo got a granite chin. But Jermell definitely got a granite chin. And one thing about Jermell, all that shit that y'all say about boring fighter, Jermell Charlo has never been in a boring fight. All his fights are action-packed. And he talk shit. He do all the shit. And he ignorant. He do all the shit that y'all say we should do. He a villain. He a villain in every fight. He a villain in every fight. And he's not remorseful to his opponents. So at this point, like I said, he's one of the most underrated. But right behind him, I got Cool Boy Steph. I got Cool Boy Steph as the second most underrated fighter in boxing. Cool Boy Steph got one of the best resumes in boxing. He done fought 10 to 12 undefeated fighters after undefeated fighters. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm finna go farther. Okay, I think under 140, I don't think nobody's fought a tougher opponent than Loma, who Devin beat. So I got him as beating the toughest opponent. But best resume, I think Cool Boy got it. I think he got the best resume under 140. Shakur fought Oscar Valdez, hell of an opponent, but he's not better than Loma. Tank fought, I'm not even finna name Ryan. His best opponent to me was Barrios and Pedraza, but they not better than Loma. But Cool Boy Steph fought Brandon Figueroa, and he's not better than Loma, but that's the closest. Brandon Figueroa was a killer, bro. and all that shit about Mexican style, Mexican warriors, that motherfucker may look like he could have been a member of NSYNC or Backstreet Boys or some shit. With them, that motherfucker got ocean blue eyes and shit. Yeah, he don't look Mexican, but that motherfucker's a Mexican at heart. And that's why he fight. He's a dog. And you know, that's why people keep talking like, in a way, hit so hard. In a way, don't hit harder than Brandon Figueroa. That fight was a war. And this is why I talk what I talk. And I think Devin went through I think Devin versus Loma was a war. But ain't too many fighters been through a war. Nah, bro, ain't too, like I said, Jamil been through war after war. It ain't many fighters that's been through wars. It's a lot of fighters that's beating a lot of opponents they supposed to beat. Cool Boy Steph, in that Brandon Figueroa fight, he was supposed to lose that fight. Brandon Figueroa has the style that was supposed to stop Cool Boy. All them punches he throw, the constant pressure, the body work, that was supposed to stop. He was favored to win that fight, bro. That's why I say PBC, I don't trust. I'll put Cool Boy in the fight. That was a fight he was really supposed to lose. Brandon Figueroa was much bigger. He was stronger. But I ain't gonna lie, Cool Boy proved in that fight he's just as strong. And he more of a dog. And he fought a complete dog fight in that whole fight. From the first round to round 12, he fought a complete dog fight. So, yeah, he was supposed to lose that fight. Brandon Figueroa was running, the way he was running through everybody, bro. His pressure was too much. Cool Boy fought a war. Like I said, Loma under 140. Now I'm gonna say even under 147. Loma is the best opponent that Devin got the best opponent under 147 by beating Loma. I give him the best opponent and one of the best resumes. But the best resume under 147 is Cool Boy Steph, hands down. That's why it's funny to me when I see people say Cool Boy Steph is on the pound for pound list, but most blacks, content creators, fans, we agree with Inouye being top 3 pound for pound. And he hasn't beat, who has he beat? He beat an old Nonito Donaire, and I like Nonito Donaire as a fighter. Rican Dad beat Nonito Donaire when he was in his prime. Inouye had a tough fight in the first fight against he had a tough fight. So, and the Paul Butler dude he just beat, that dude there, he was there to lose, bro. And like I said, when I look at the style of Inouye, he's not just knocking dudes out with no one punch. And that's at 118. When you come up to 122, Cool Boy strong, bro. And like I said, the thing about him that just, it surprises his opponents that he can outbox you. So, by the way, top 3 jab in boxing. I got him at number 3. I got him with the 3rd best jab in boxing. He got top 5 defense in boxing. The head movement. Top 3 footwork in box. Top 3 footwork in boxing. I got to say that again. Top 3 footwork in boxing. Let me tell you what make Cool Boy special, and this is what I say about Jamel Cholo. I say this about Bud. I say it about Spence. I say it about Tank. I say it about Devin. I say this about Shakir. But Cool Boy's top 3 when it comes to this. The top 3 meanest fighters, and it's hard to put a top 3. But Jamel up there, Bud and Spence up there. But right behind them, Cool Boy mean. I think that's part of the thing that makes him special. He got the fundamentals to outbox any fighter, but the fact that he mean, and he'll punch with bad intentions, and he sit down on his punch, and he'll fight you on the inside. He got a great inside game. The uppercuts on the inside, then he got the left hook. The jab is phenomenal. The footwork is phenomenal. But black fans don't see politics in boxing, bro. I told you these flags are very important in boxing. Inouye has a huge flag behind him. And Cool Boy is going to Inouye's country. When Cool Boy is the champ, there's no way he should be going to Inouye's country. And Inouye don't have the belt. So, and Cool Boy has a better resume. He's a bigger name. Inouye ain't sold out Madison Square Garden. Is he selling out MGM Grand? No. He can sell out in Japan, bro. So, like I said, there is no way, but fans didn't fight for it or none of that. We just roll with that shit. That's the devalue of black fighters it's just unreal. There's no way Cool Boy matter of fact, Inoue should have had to come to Philly and get that. Cool Boy is the champ, and he's a proven champ. So I don't agree with that, and I don't trust that. And that fight, I'm not even. I'm excited, bro, but I don't trust it. I know that this fight is meant for Inoue to win. They got Inoue as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in boxing, and he's never even beat a top 10 fighter in boxing. His best win is against Nonito Donaire, who is a good fighter but was old when he fought him. And y'all got him top 3 pound-for-pound, and that's his best opponent. And he was old. And he's top 3 pound-for-pound. But Cool Boy has fought Brandon Figueroa. He's fought top after Roman. He's fought top opponent after top opponent. And Inoue is still ranked ahead of him. So I'm telling you, this fight is meant for Inoue to win. And I believe the referee, I believe the judges, I believe the fans, I believe a lot of shit that over there in Japan, it's going to be a lot of shit. I think he needs to bring his own water, bring his own food, and a lot of other shit. And he still might not win because the odds are stacked against us just like it always is. And if Cool Boy beat Inoue, they'll just say Cool Boy was too big. And Inoue, just like you motherfuckers baby Canelo, he shouldn't fight Bivol no more. Bivol just too big. He just can't beat him. He shouldn't fight him. You motherfuckers just baby fighters and shit. But anyway, I'm going to say this and I'm off this motherfucker. This is my opinion. This is career defining for Cool Boy if he do this to me. With the Inoue fight, like I said, if shit is fair, there's no way Inoue beats Cool Boy. He just too technically sound, and he got a great inside game, and he got more than respectable power. And he can just make you lose confidence in the ring, round by round. And I'm gonna go so far as to say this. Cool Boy Steph is the closest fighter. A lot of people always say Shakur and Devin. Cool Boy Steph is the closest fighter in boxing to Floyd Mayweather. And I ain't talking about Money Mayweather. I'm talking about Pretty Boy Floyd. The meanness, all that there, the ring generalship. Yeah, he the closest thing to him. But he's still totally different. But he has the closest, when you look at the style, he got the closest style to Floyd. But this is what I want to see. If shit go fair and you easily beat Inoue like I see you beating him, bro. Hand speed ain't shit. Inoue has no defense, and he's not fundamentally sound. He places punches well. He got good timing. He's a good counter puncher. He throw good combinations if you stand right there. But he's not nowhere near as good as Cool Boy. It's not close. He don't even he don't have ring generalship, bro. He's not a good boxer. He's good at throwing fast combination and shit like that. But he's a very good fighter. I just don't have him in my top 10 pound for pound. I don't have him there. But yeah, if shit fair and you beat him, I think you should fight Reece Salim. I think you should fight Reece Salim in Philly. And that's going to be a tough fight. I think Reece Salim is a much tougher fight than Inoue because he's strong, he got punching power, and he throw 1,000 punches, bro. He throw 1,000 punches, and he switched from southpaw to orthodox. He very tricky. He awkward, and like I said, he got real power. So he's undefeated. He don't get no credit, but that's a tough fight for you. That's a 50-50 fight. And after that, I think your super fight, a fight that's very underrated that nobody talks about, at 126, they talk about the Brandon Figueroa rematch. I'm gonna tell you a fight that'll really set some shit on fire because we don't talk about black fighters fighting each other. At 126, I want to see you versus Gary Russell Jr. That shit could be in the DMV or that shit could be in Philly. Whichever way, that should have set some shit on fire, bro. That's a hell of a stylistic matchup. So that's what I would like to see from you. I'm a huge fan of you, and like I said, I think you're one of the most underrated fighters in boxing. This is 903 Boxing. I am your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.